Right, so it says right here, and it was, okay. They shall also strip thee out of thy clothes and take away thy fair jewels. Let me see, until 49. Okay, cool. Where was I? Wow, I scrolled down and I lost it. Oh yeah, 27. Thus will I make thy lewdness to cease from thee. All that shit that you've been doing is going to stop. Because now you are their enemy. You already their enemy. But now they're not going to tolerate you anymore. And then all the loving and ass kissing, sucking the feces out of that anus asshole and stuff like that. All that's going to stop. Besides going to make sure of that. Like them Candace Owens type of mother. Those type of mother. Those type of people. And the men and female like that. Yeah, Most High is going to stop you. And I whoredom brought from the land of Mizraim. All the things that you got. Nowadays, all the whoredom that you have in the land of Esau, all the lands, Europe, America, anywhere that the Jacob descendants are, even in the midst of the Hamites, the people down there in West Africa, they have also Hamitic trades. Some of them cut themselves too, to show what tribe they're from and stuff like that. So they are in the midst of the Hamites too, taking on their customs and all that there. So that thou shalt not lift up thine eyes unto them. You're not going to look up to them no more, because they're going to fuck you up. That's what they're going to do. Because now you're looking up to them. If you see how Candace Owens is talking about the Caucasus male, how great and how fancy their deck is and all that, the everything, man. Just everything, man. You know what I'm saying? They really boasting about it, man. Like they really look up to them people. Like, what? Okay, cool, man. No remember Egypt anymore. You're going to forget Esau, man. You're going to want to forget Esau. I don't want to even straighten my hair anymore. That's how you're going to feel. I hope I see it. I just hope I see that. I hope I see it. I'm going to smack the shit out you too when you come to me. I ain't playing with you, man. No, the Heavenly Father willing, I'm real about that. I hope I can keep that upon you, man. I hope I can keep that sin upon you. Sons of bitches. I hate these people. Anyway, so it says right here, verse 28, for thus saith Yahweh the power, behold, I will deliver thee into the hand of them who thou hatest, and into the hand of them whom thy mind is alienated. Most High is going to show you, man. He's going to show you. You have, for example, I seen it. You have a lot of Jacob descendants that talk shit about, for example, the Arabs and stuff like that. Because look, you had Dave Chappelle going over there into the Saudi Arabia and the other bunch of comedians and stuff like that, right? It was Jacob descendants that was talking shit about how can you go. It was more Edomites. I'll give you that. It was more Edomites. But you had house Negroes also joining forces with the caucus, man, talking about how can you go to this oppressing country where they oppress women. Shut your snout. They oppress women more than America than you would ever imagine. They let you beasts loose. That's in a form of oppression in itself. Because now you're destructive. You're destructive and you're destroyed. Keeping them in check is actually keeping the land in check. But you don't understand that. But anyway, talking about slavery and stuff like that. But America has more slaves than you have in your pocket. The iPhone. Yeah. For them Chinese labor kids and stuff like that. You know how many of them died? But you don't hear about that, man. You don't want to know about that. You don't want to hear nothing. All you hear about, look, fuck Ishmael too, man. Don't think I'm coming up for them. But I know that a devil is worse than basically Satan. A little less than basically Satan. It's like, what do you want to drink? A liter of water with cyanide or a liter of water with shit in it? With like actual shit, like human shit. It's gonna kill you too eventually. The cyanide, that's your last drink right there. Well, that's Esau. And the other one is Ishmael. I don't want to drink none of them, but if you have to, you should know better which one to pick. Let's put it down like that. Yeah. And they shall deal with thee hatefully. I mean, I can't wait for that day. I'll wait for that day. I want to see it. I really want to see it. Like, oh, your lover's turned on you? Please help me. What? I'm going to turn into Bruce Lee. What? I'll start doing Kung Fu if you say that shit to me, man. Keep yourself far away from me, man. I'm one of them field Negroes, man. I'm one of them field ones, like in the back waiting. I'm always in the back of the club. Back of the bus, back of the club, whatever the fuck. I don't go to clubs, and by the way, but I am in the back of the bus. I'm going to buses, actually. I actually go in the train, back of the metro. But anyway, and they shall take away all thy labor, all the fanciness, all you rich Jacob descendants and stuff like that. The Most High is going to take it from take that. Most High is going to take it from you, man. And he's going to cause your lovers to do it too. But I own this. I pay my taxes. Do you even know what taxes means? It goes back to the word tribute. Do you know what tribute means? It's a gift. You think those taxes have anything? You have anything to say now just because you pay taxes? Well, why don't you stop paying them? See what happens. Your lover is he's going to turn into something else. Like, I didn't know that's not the man I fell in love with. Right. And it says here, and shall leave thee naked and bare. Yeah, he's going to strip you. And the nakedness of thy whoredom shall be discovered. Because now everybody going to know that you was doing some devil worshiping too. That's why you on that pedestal right now with Esau there in the Hollyweird area and stuff like that, and all those type of situations. You was doing devil shit. Both thy lewdness and thy whoredoms. I will do these things unto thee, because thou hast gone a whoring after the heathen, and because thou art polluted with their idols, as child sacrifice also among them, you know. Thou hast walked in the way of thy sister, which is the northern tribers. Aholi? And yeah, I think it's, Aholi. Therefore will I give her cup into thine hand. So the thing that they deserve, the cup that they, deserve, the cup that they got to drink, the Most High is going to give it to Judah too. Thus saith Yahweh the power. Thou shalt drink of thy sister's cup deep and large. Thou shalt be laughed to scorn and had in derision. Look at them eating watermelon. Oh, can't you get fried chicken? Chicken niggas. Laugh to scorn. Look at their hair. Right? Look at their dark hair skin. Oh, even amongst yourselves, you're going to have that shit, man. Why? Because they be uplifted by Esau, and therefore they're going to use it against you, because they be like, I'm on the side of the rapist side of my family. I feel better than you. Roar! Hear me roar. Oink, oink. Instead of a roar, you're going to hear oink, 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 squeak, squeak. Fucking pig. Yeah? So it says here, it containeth much. It containeth much. So the drink, it containeth much. So much pain is in that drink, the cup that has been passed on to the kingdom of Judah. Okay, so it says here, thou shalt be filled with drunkenness and sorrow, with the cup of astonishment. You're going to be amazed, like, what the fuck is happening? And desolation. Why is this happening to me? I'm astonished. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why do they hate my hair? Why do they hate my skin color? People in my own family. Yep. Hey man, you're supposed to be black too, man. To the white man, you just a nigga too. Yeah, but I don't care about that, man. I look better than you, and I'm treated better than you. Well, you're gonna get fucked up too, man. Yeah, but that's the part that I want to see. I want to see it. I just want to see that shit and laugh, and then throw a rock at you too, motherfucker. I'm gonna turn into Esau. I'm gonna throw a rock at you. Hey, there you go. Hey, that house nigga that you used to love. Where are you at? Let me go get that nigger. He was hanging around my sister. Yeah. Go get him. He's there. I pray. I hope I'm allowed to do that, but not as a nation. I'm doing it only to the house Negroes, not the rest. I just want to do them. I want to do them in. I want to get them. Anyway, they've been getting us for a few thousand years. So I think the Lord's going to allow us, because Ezekiel chapter 9 says that. So sure said. Okay, let me finish this chapter off. So it says right here. Let me see something. Sorry, man. With the cup of thy sister Samaria. So Judah is going to drink that same cup of Samaria, but the Most High is going to fill it up real good. And let me just go on. Thou shalt even drink it and suck it out, and thou suck it out. You know when you have that drink and then it's a sweet drink. I'm not talking about alcohol. Certain people do it with alcohol, but I mean like when you have this drink or a candy in a let me see, not candy. I mean ice in a damn, I don't know how you call it actually. So let me see, ice. It's not ice cream, but it's yeah, this thing, but then in a this form of this, yeah, that's what I want. Not this specifically, but I wanted this form. So what do children do? They trying to suck. They trying to suck all the shit. Well, that's what the Most High forced the kingdom of Judah to do. So I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing. But I'm laughing. It's kind of funny because the Most High is funny. He's funny. You know, when he kills people, he's funny. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious what he did to us. I think it's hilarious. But don't think that I won't try to get you back for that. Don't think. Because you did it and you're going to pay for that. You heathen nations and stuff, you're going to pay for that. Yeah? So I don't think that. I'm laughing right now. You might, you're right, I'm laughing. But then Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 12 still stands. It still stands. And the Ishmaelite, it stands too for you too. It stands for you too. So don't get that twisted. You can laugh with me if you want to. I laugh at them. I laugh at my own people. You know, so they need to get that shit. They need to get that wake up. But let me finish it off. And thou shalt break and thou shalt break the sherds thereof. So all the little pieces and stuff like that, and pluck off thine own breast, just like how you pluck off your own hair. He did that here in his own beard. Ezra did that here. Ezra chapter 9, for example. He rent his own garment because he was angry with them. He rent his own garment and plucked off the hair of his head and of his beard and sat down astonished. It said astonished, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Derive dazed. This one. Like amazed, like dazed, surprised, like I don't even know what the hell's going on, man. I'm shocked. Like, you know, amazed. What the hell? Stunned, surprised, overwhelmed, basically. Yeah, going back to over here, Ezekiel 23 and 35. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh the power, because thou hast forsaken me. For I have spoken, it saith the Lord. Because thou hast forsaken me and cast me behind thee, behind thy back. Therefore, bear thou also the lewdness of thy whoredoms. That's why you gotta take it, man. That's why I said the other day, I said like, hey man, if the Most High is against you, you must be a piece of shit. Then just take it, man. Fuck it, man. Be like, no, just take it, man. You know what I'm saying? You did something wrong. The Most High chin check you for it. He jack you up. He do something to you. Even kill you. Just take it, man. Just take it. Take it. You know, sometimes he punishes you for correction, and sometimes he punishes you for punishment. You know, you have two types. You know, you have the chastening of correction, so that you don't do it again and that you be better, you become better. And sometimes you have the chastening of punishment. Yeah, man. Hey. Yeah, so that's what's up. Yeah. 36. Yahweh said moreover unto me, Son of man, wilt thou judge Aholah and Aholibah? Yea, declare unto them their abominations. This is what, Lord willing, we're doing by telling you the things that the deeds of our ancestors and what we did as our ancestors nowadays in the physical form in a new body. But you probably won't understand that. But still, this is our legacy, what our people did, following after the heathen nations. So let me speed it up. 37. That they have committed adultery. We committed adultery against the Heavenly Father. And what type of adultery was that? No, not that one. Wisdom of Solomon 14:12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life. This is what we did. We corrupted. Well, we didn't invent it, but we started to do it as if it was our own by following after the heathen nations and stuff like that. Nowadays, when you go to the barbershop of the Jacob descendants, what do? They love lining up. And did you know? I never knew that. It was in America that I found out that they was bullying each other for not lining up. I was like, wow. I don't do that shit here. I never did that shit. Nobody ever laughed at me. Nothing. I never did that shit. I never liked it. I did it a few times, and but because I was small, I was young, and they did it for me. They forced me. I didn't never liked that shit. Never went to the barbershop like, hey, you shoot me down. Fuck that shit, man. I don't cut my hair or I find someone, but I tell you right now, you're probably not gonna believe me, man. I have not cut my hair for years. I'm not even gonna talk about that. I don't know, man. I'm like a Saiyajin, man. My hair doesn't grow, but my hair used to grow very fast. But then something happened to my head, blah, 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 and then it didn't grow no more. So I thought it was actually good because I was looking at Dragon Ball, the Japanese version, of course. Then you can learn different things, the original version, because the Japanese always have these so-called wise proverbs and stuff like that. Then I learned stuff there, and I was like, well, that's actually exactly what I would, Anyway, but yeah. I was happy with it actually. They didn't grow, but recently things is changing. But that's another story. But anyway, that they have committed adultery and blood is in their hands. Isaiah chapter 4. We have blood on our hands. Either you hate another Jacob descendant or you actually murdered people. So Isaiah chapter 4 verse 4. When Yahweh shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment. You see, judgment unto correction and judgment unto punishment. And by the spirit of burning. That fire that's going to come eventually, but it's also fire. Judgment is also fire, the fiery seat that the Heavenly Father sits in, wherewith he judges us and stuff like that. He brings the fire, he brings you in the heat of the moment. Can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen type of stuff, And also the actual fire at the end of World War III. That fire also, eventually. And his spirit will be in the midst of it, as it is mentioned in the book of Ezekiel chapter 38. It says that he will be in the midst of the... Here. In the midst at my presence, if I'm correct, is this one? Shall shake at my presence. So what does his presence mean? Presence means that state the fact of existence, as an existence, presence. He's there. That's the point. Being at hand. Being at hand. He's right there, because being at hand is like close to your hand. You could touch it. So it's right there. He's there. His presence is there. So when the nuclear fire hits, he's right there in the midst of that fire. The Lord is a fire. It's just in the scripture for that too. And his ministers also have as a fire. Here, the Heavenly Father is a consuming fire. That fiery judgment that you see that he has. he the fiery seat here. The fiery throne, I should say, sorry. His throne was like a flaming fire. What is a throne? This is a throne. Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta speed it up because this is the second time. Let me just speed this up. So the fiery throne, because here comes the fiery judgment from above. And this is talking about the chariots, and you can read about that in the book of Ezekiel chapter 10, and also Ezekiel chapter 9. But here you can read about, wheel. If you look up this word wheel, wheel, 13. This one, it says here, Hebrew 15:34. It says here, a wheel, whirlwind, Wait, let me see something. Which one was it? Okay, this one. And then you had... and that's for the wheels we're here in the rhythm. It's talking about the chariot. So here you have the whirlwind, right? Which is spinning within itself. Wheel, whirlwind, whirling. And then you have here, this word over here. 2 Kings 2, verse. Second Kings. Oh. 2 Kings 2 verse. So the chariots of Israel were in the sky, and oh yeah, here it is. So verse 11, and it came to pass, and they still went on and talked, that behold, as they still went on and talked, and behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, and horses of fire. Not those. Those are the ones, like a car is a horse too, horsepower. See, it's just a vehicle in the air, and parted them both asunder. So they split them up. The chariots did, right? And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. So what is a whirlwind? Tractor beam. What does a tractor beam do? It pulls you. Yeah? A tractor beam pulls you up. And what does that do? A tornado pulls things up. You're going to fly if you go. And it also throws things so hard that it can go through cement. And this is wood. You know? So, see? It pulls up houses. So a whirlwind has the force of wind. Therefore, it can pull you upward. It can pull a tree out of its roots. Why don't you try that? Get the strongest man upon the planet Earth. Look here. This is what a whirlwind can do. The force that it has. If a whirlwind can lift a house, well, this is a cartoon, but I have seen it lift up houses. I've seen video. I've seen it. Here, house, here you go. This is what it can do. Why don't you try this with a house, with your bare hands and stuff like that? Don't take a sledgehammer. Just do it with your hands. You know, if you was there, you should know that your face is softer than wood. It's flexible. It's more flexible, of course. So yeah, that's also a little bit of something good. But let me go on. Sorry, whirlwind. That's the point. This whirlwind is talking about a wheelwind and a wheel that turns and stuff like that. It's a chariot. It's talking about a chariot. But I had a different breakdown. I am not there right now. With my mind, I should say, because I wasn't thinking about it. That's why I didn't. Let me just go on. No, it says right here. Look at this wheel here. A wheel. It's another. Well, this is another word for wheel. This is Hebrew 21 and 2. Chariot, wheel, and all that there. But this is the other one. But I have another one actually. I can't figure it out right now. What it is again? I forgot it. A whirlwind. Anyway, so yeah, this is basically the thing that I remember. That it's 2 Kings chapter 2. The whirlwind. That's the chariot, the spaceship. Anyway, hearing a wheel. And if you read the book of Ezekiel chapter 1, you're gonna see it. That wheel. This wheel? It's talking about that wheel over there in first Ezekiel chapter 1. So going on. Ezekiel 23 and 37. That they have committed adultery, and their blood is in their hands. Oh yeah, I was reading Isaiah 4. Isaiah 4 and 4. When Yahweh shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, I shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst of... I already read that. So going back to over here. So it says right here, committed adultery, and have also caused their sons whom they bear unto me to pass through the fire, to devour them. So our people used to do child sacrifice. They do it unto this day. If you ever committed abortion, guess what you just did? Well, the Bible teaches me that it's not something yet. But if you kill an egg of the eagle, you're fined. And when they find, they're lying to you, by the way, what I'm about to say. When they find so-called bacteria on Mars, they're lying to you, by the way. But still, they show you that, wait, I think it's a meme on that too. Meme. Yeah, here. No. Because I saw the little cock's baby. What is it again? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is another one. I don't know this one, but I was looking for a specific one, but don't matter. So, life on Mars, these little bacteria, life on Earth. Look at them caucuses getting angry at their own race. Fucking hilarious. They're turning on them. Beautiful. Yeah, I can see that too. Ezra 9 and many more. It's the leaders of them turning on them. The leaders of them also are doing this. Why do a lot of American or US commercials have interracial couples and ads featuring interracial couples produce mixed so let me see the disappearing of black couples in advertising. Have you ever noticed that every commercial or TV show has interracial coupling? Has anyone ever noticed that these are individual actual people that are questioning themselves like, hey, what's going on? Why am I seeing not me with me and all that type of stuff? Because they have an agenda. Ezra chapter 9, if you read that, you will see like, hey, wait a minute, that's happening right now. Yeah, so all the curses is coming upon them. It's their turn now. It's their turn. Because they're not going to be stable. You know, if you have a so-called interracial couple, the most, not a lot, but actually, you know what? It's kind of double-sided. The children are not going to know where the fuck they belong. And the point is that they're not going to be stable. They don't know which side to choose. So a lot of times, not a lot, but let me just say it. You have times where they will choose kind of both sides, but that's only in countries where the dark people are not subservient to them. Then they're going to choose the other side. But if you go to South America, if you go to different countries of the world and stuff like that, like Russia, and you have interracial kids, they're going to pick the white. Why? Because they see the power. Don't get fucking twisted, man. Don't play stupid with me. I know exactly what I see around the world. That's what it is. When you do it in China, when you do it in Japan, when you do it in South Korea, all of those so-called interracial kids have a struggle with it. They're tripping. Some of them kill themselves and all that there. But they wanna join forces with the dominant force. But also have seen documentaries that you have people in Japan South Korea and China and stuff like that. Then you have them growing up and they see so-called black people on television. So they start feeling a form of pride. So then they learn off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you need your own people to actually boost yourself up. But not all of them pick a side toward that. You know? Look at house Negroes. They're in the midst of the glory, the most glorious, greatest Jacob descendant people upon the planet Earth. And they still choose the side of the caucus. Yeah? So it's not actually where you are and where you're from. It's your mindset, man. But where you are and where you're from also plays a role. But then again, different people are different mindset and stuff like that. Not everybody likes the color yellow as his favorite color. So that means everybody is different. And even if they do like yellow as their favorite color, you have this. You have people with different go almost into orange, pale yellow, stuff like that. You know, look like French fries. But anyway, so yeah. So there's different yellows, and there's just different tastes upon the planet Earth. So not everybody is going to do exactly the same as the other, but they might be in the category. Just like how these colors are kind of almost alike. Same way with tastes of people and stuff like that. Yeah, somebody might like something taller, somebody might like the same thing but a little bit smaller. So it's a different thing. But anyway, so going on. So Ezekiel 23 and so our people used to kill our own children, put the sons and the daughters through the fire and stuff like that. Moreover, this they have done unto me. They have defiled my sanctuary in the same day and profaned my Sabbaths. Right? Made it unholy, did unholy things upon my Sabbath, outside of the temple things upon the Sabbath. So like having sex or selling stuff as a merchant, not buying stuff because you're extremely hungry, because that is allowed nowadays. If Matthew 12 explains that. Let's say you're extremely famished and hungry and you want to pluck corn from the side of the street. Let's say, okay? I'm not telling you that because, that is not, you can't find corn. Okay, but I'm just giving you an example. Let's say you was walking the street and there's a forest beside you and stuff like that, and you see fruit, like apples or whatever, you know, and you decide to just pick one on the Sabbath day, that was already not allowed. But if you're really hungry, you're allowed to do that because Yahushua said it. Yahushua said it. So if you read from verse 1 until verse 12, sorry, it says 12, but it actually means 1. So verse 1 and until verse 15, because nowadays we don't have that. You don't walk down the street and you see a few vegetables or fruit or whatever. Esau got everything like that under control. So nowadays, if you see a store and you're really hungry and stuff like that, you're really hungry and stuff like that, or you're really thirsty or stuff like that, then you could just, Lord willing, buy a drink, you know, and then pray to the Heavenly Father, of course. But if you read this chapter, you will understand. But if you're not really thirsty, you just want to do it, you shouldn't, I should say. But anyway, going on. So profaning the Sabbath, that's what our people did. For when they had slain their children to their idols, then they came the same day into my sanctuary to profane it. And lo, thus have they done in the midst of mine house. So what did they do? They used to kill their kids and then go into the sanctuary. And, for example, and by the way, if you don't know what the sanctuary is, this is in the physical form, the sanctuary of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This is the sanctuary. Well, actually, the whole thing. But this is the inner court of the sanctuary behind the first veil. And then behind the second veil is the holiest of holy, where the Most High communes with you there above the mercy seat from between the two cherubims up on the ark, which is the lid, which is the mercy seat. And here is it too. So here you have the holy place here in the midst, and here is the holiest of holy places. So this is the sanctuary. And the word sanctuary means to set apart. And if you are not a Levi and you just come close here, see the first row, that had to be Levites. Numbers chapter 1, verse 51 on down explains that to you. And also Numbers chapter 18. Numbers chapter 18. And then this would be Levites too because they're close. And these would be then therefore so here within the line. Sorry, well, let me do this one. Well, this one. That would then therefore be the other tribes, because only the Levites were allowed to come close. If you read the book of Numbers chapter 1, you will see. If you are not a Levite and you come here, let's say a Judite or a Benjamite, Simeonite, Naphtali, Issachar, whatever, you know, come here, he dies because he would have sin on him. Numbers chapter 18 explains that to you. But the Levi, they can have sin on them and they could just walk around here. They can go inside, but they cannot go here. Only the high priest is allowed to go here, where the holiest of holiest. Only the high priest is allowed to go there. But the priest can go here. He can go here. In the sanctuary, he can go there. And, you know, he can just go there. Nothing would happen to him. Even if he had sin on him, you know, he wouldn't die. So then they would do that. And then, for example, they would just go and ask for forgiveness or something like that. Crazy. Because just like with the Hamites, right? So 2 Kings 17, 2 Kings chapter 17. Here you had the Hamites, but I want to get to the point. Verse 33. They feared the Most High Yahweh. Why? Because the Most High was killing them with the lions. When they didn't keep the law of the land, they killed them. The Most High killed them, right? So they feared the Lord and served their own gods. Why? Because they was in the land serving their own gods only. And they didn't fear the Lord. They was like, I'm not going to. And then they started dying. Oh, shit. Get somebody here. Teach us the laws of the land. Please. So that we don't die. And then, you know, they worshiped, they feared the Heavenly Father by doing the things that he told them to do and what not to do and stuff like that. But still they served their own gods also on the side. These were the heathen nations. And don't think that the Israelites weren't doing it too. Because the Israelites were worshiping the Most High Yahweh, and they was worshiping their gods too. Because it says right here, Joshua 24:2. And Joshua said unto all the people, Thus saith Yahweh, the power of Israel, your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old time, even Terah, the father of Abraham, the father of Nahor, it's spelled different here, and they served other gods, right? And this flood is talking about the flood of Pison in the book of Genesis chapter 2. With the four rivers, Euphrates, Tigris, and to the two other, Gihon and Pison. Yeah, that one. This one is talking about Pison. If you read the history about Pison outside of the Bible, by the way, you will see that it is that boy. I'm stuttering because I want to say a lot of things at the same time. That water was the most powerful stream on land, I would say. It was it's not the powerful stream on the earth, because there's a horn there in the Drake passage. Yeah, Dragonian passage. Drake is dragon, so the Drake passage. This is the most violent that they have recorded, but they're Caucasus. I don't believe they're bullshit. This is the strongest man in the whole world. Shut the fuck up. He's just the man that is the strongest that you officially have on record that participated with your dumb shit. You know? Other people most likely are stronger, but they don't want to play games with you. They don't want to sign their name and test themselves, test your might. You know, some Mortal Kombat shit. You know, no. It's the one that you have on record. But anyway, they say this is the strongest current on the planet Earth and stuff like that. But when I looked at footage of it, I was like, damn, that actually looks violent, man. Just looking at that thing, be like, I don't think I would ever want to actually go in that water over there. And you know who also thinks the same way? All the dead people that are here. All the dead Caucasus that are here. So the carcasses of the Caucasus. All the dead ones, they would agree with me. They would agree with me. It looks like it's not that far from Antarctica. It isn't that far. But why don't you try and cross it? Oh boy, do it at nighttime too, when it's windy out there. You know, get the breeze in your hair. You're gonna die, boy. Even if you go daytime, you know, Cape Horn. I think they call it Cape Horn. But yeah, just looking at this and be like, I think it's kind of dangerous there. But it looks silent sometimes, from time to time. It looks cool, you know. It's not always that violent. But hey, why don't you try it? See what happens. But yeah. So it was a violent place, but this one was violent too. But this one was inlandward, so that's crazy in itself. Like, where does it get its strength from? The Most High, man. He turned the rivers whithersoever he wanted. You know, he turns the streams from the south to the north. He could do that. You know, yeah, the Most High could do that. So that's a powerful stream right there. A lot of people died there, by the way. So, and yeah, let me go on. So Joshua chapter 24, verse 20. For if you serve Yahweh and serve strange gods, if ye forsake Yahweh and serve strange gods, then he will turn to do you hurt. No, that's not what I'm looking for. This one, 23. Now therefore, put away, said he. Joshua said this to the people because he was talking, since here. Verse 2. He said, now therefore put away, said he, the strange gods which are among you, and incline your heart, your ear, your mind unto Yahweh, the power of Israel. So what does that tell you? They were doing it right there. They was doing it right there because he told them, like, don't do it. Put away those gods that you have. So you had individual Israelites. They had the gods of Mesopotamia, which is of our forefathers. Terah is our forefather. Abraham, our forefather, he didn't do that, by the way. He came from that region where they all did it. And our forefather Nahor. These are our forefathers. Well, he's not our forefather by bloodline, but he is one of our forefathers. As in, your father, a brother, he's still your uncle. You know what I'm saying? He's still of the bloodline of your father, you know? Because your father and his father are the same. Well, they're supposed to be. But nowadays, with these loose chicken head women, so yeah, it might not be that way. But anyway, so going on, they feared Yahweh and served their gods after the manner of the nations whom they carried away from thence. Anyway, so our people started to But you also had Israelites that feared Yahweh, but they still kept the devil shit. But they was afraid of the punishment of Yahweh, not of the I fear him and I love him, therefore I will, stuff like that. They was more afraid, like, oh shit, he's gonna kill me if I do this. You know what? I'll still serve him so that he doesn't kill me, because he said, if you do this, I will not do the other. Okay, and so now I'm gonna do that. Okay, they're trying to be smart. They're trying to outsmart the smart one. It's funny as hell. Anyway, so going forth to 40. So it says right here, Ezekiel 23 and 40. And furthermore, that they have sent the men that come from far. Huh? That they have sent the men. That they have sent for men to come from far. Unto whom a messenger was sent, and lo, they came. From whom thou didst wash thyself, painted thy eyes, and decked thyself with ornaments. You know what the Israelites used to do? They do it until this day. When the caucus come around, they start changing their mannerisms. They start speaking like you're looking at them like, huh? I never knew you had that type of accent. They wash themselves. Normally their ass stank. And now when the other heathen nations come around, they wash themselves very thoroughly. They paint their eyes. They clean their eyes up. But it's actually talking about painting their eyes, meaning like makeup and stuff like that. But it's basically dressing yourself up. Paint your eyes and make yourself look presentable for the job. For example, the black female. Not only them, but I'm going to talk about them. For the job, they will dress a certain way. But when you tell them dress a certain way, they be like, you're oppressing me. You're not my father. You're not my father. Why? Because you don't pay them. That's one. And second, you don't have the authority to where they need to look up to you, Like, oh, I want to impress my boss today because I want some money. I just want your money. I want to be respected. I want to be able to do my own things and stuff like that. Well, around the heathen nations, they can actually do that. They can do that. Especially when you see them going like a business females and stuff like that. When you see them, like, for example, here. I'm sure they're going to dress accordingly. Black women. I'm sure they're going to dress accordingly. Here, let me see something. I don't see the high-paying job ones. Here. There you go. There you go. I feel safe here as a black woman, and then I do in the States. Yeah, but you still dress respectable. Yeah? You're not going to be dressing like this. I think it's the same woman. Yeah. Well, you got the yellow hair there. Anyway, I feel safer here as a black woman than I do in the States. She's in this is her how she looks and stuff like that. And this is her when she is in a place that she respects the men. She respects the law of the land there. But in America, she probably wouldn't. No, not probably. She wouldn't respect the law of the land. But hey. When you're around people that so the punishment is different there. It's just stricter. And they have a belief system. They have a form of a God. You can't go there and just be an atheist and then make videos about being an atheist. Man, you're going to die that day, boy. You're going to die that day. You need to get out the country. My beard was in my mouth. You need to get out the country and then do your little videos and stuff like that. And if you are in that land, you're going to be respectable. You're going to dress like this. You're going to, because nobody going to save you. Nobody going to help you. Ain't no police going to be like, she can do whatever she wants. She has freedom and choice. Really? Why don't you try that shit over there? Just do it. Do it like Nike. Just do it. Yeah. Walk around with this devil star thinking that you are a Holly weirder. You are a Holly weirder, but I mean, like, thinking you're a Holly. You're a star. You think you're great. Go do that shit over there. Anyway, so for whom thou didst wash thyself, all of a sudden they clean now. Painted thy eyes, all of a sudden, she's all dressed all not provocative. Like when she is in South America, she can do her little whole ass thing. Well, let me see here. Sorry. She can do a little whole ass thing. You can do your little thing like this. You can do that. Cause ain't nobody gonna chin check you. Ain't nobody gonna chin check you. Yeah. But over there, you can't do it. You can't just walk around like that. Hey, you know better. You know better. So when there is authority, they know they follow the rules, okay? But when there isn't, they can just do whatever they want, and they feel free about it too. And when you in these type of countries, you don't need to dye your hair because ain't nobody see that shit. Yeah. When you are in there, then you can do a little nonsense. You can walk around like a white woman. You can do whatever you want, and deckest thyself with ornaments. Yeah. So when the enemy is around, well, your lover, when your lover is around, you present yourself very respectable. But around Jake, you fart, you dig your nose and stuff like that. You burping and stuff. You do all your little thing. And yeah, it's normal for you. But anyway, and sat us upon a stately bed and a table prepared before it. Oh, I just saw that actually. Which is funny as hell. But it's also talking about the philosophies. You follow after their philosophies, because the table, prepare the table before them, is talking about the philosophies and doctrines. Because you finna eat. You finna eat that meal. For example, Proverbs chapter 9 and also Matthew 22. We're about to go hit the supper meal of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the Lord Yahushai. That's the table. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 1 until verse 4, I think, explains that real good too. So it says, whereupon thou hast set mine incense and mine oil, the holy oil that we made and the holy incense that we had to make in the time of the book of Leviticus. They took those things and they give it on to the heathen. And you know who did that too? One of the kings in the book of First Chronicles, if I'm correct. Second Chronicles chapter 25 or Second Chronicles chapter 28. He gave the things of the house. Yeah. So, let me see. Here. So it says here, Second Chronicles chapter 28, verse 21. For Ahaz took away a portion out of the house of the Lord that King Solomon built to put the house of to put the Ark of the Covenant in, to house the Ark of the Covenant, right? That temple on Mount Moriah in Jerusalem. He took a portion away from that and out of the house of the king, and he also took from King David. He took stuff. The gold and the silver he took. And of the princes, the sons of David, he took it and gave it to the king of Assyria, but he helped him not. Even then he didn't help him. God dang, this whole thing is just fucking just paranoid shit, man. They give him their whole life, soul, and everything, and they still get spit on. And when he spit on them, they open their mouth. Like they fucking Cassie with, how do you call that guy? P. Diddy is. They're taking it. Piss, man. Israel is Cassie. Them house niggas, they Cassie. And P. Diddy is in this case the king of Assyria. They pissing on him, man. And they taking it in the mouth. Crazy shit, man. You know? But later on, he did help him. He did something else or something like that. And then he helped him. I think it was in it's here too, but I kind of forgot where it is, so I go here. Isaiah 7. It shows you that where is it again? Oh, it was another king or something like that. Oh, oh yeah, there. Yeah, okay, cool. Right here. Here, he helped him. I think it was another man. I need to read it again, but he helped him because it says it right here. At the time of Rezin, sorry, the king of Syria, Syrians and stuff like that. And then Ahaz sent messengers to Tilgath-Pileser, the king of Syria, saying, I am thy servant and thy son. Come up and save me out of the hand of the king of Aram and out of the king of the northern tribers, which rise up against me. And Ahaz took the silver and gold that was found in the house of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. and in the treasures of the king's house. He took it there, because he gave him, and sent it for a present to the king of Assyria. And the king of Assyria hearkened unto him, but he didn't listen right away. He gave him more. That shows you, like, damn, even though he spit in your mouth, you still go back and give him more. God damn. And he was like, you know what? It's my own spit anyway. I mean, like, I might as well give him a kiss on the face, on the cheeks at least, or maybe on the forehead or something like that. I mean, just wipe a little bit of the piss that I pissed on his forehead. Let's wipe a little bit. It's my piss anyway, and I'm a dirty beast anyway. I sacrifice my own fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? So, come, let me help you. And then he helped him. That's what they do. That's what Esau does with them. Fucks them and ducks them, and they still go back for more. Can you please spit in my mouth? Hit my tonsils, please hit my tonsils. It feels just googie. Ooh, I get so goosebumps. And just hit my tonsils, please, my tonsils. Tonsils. He spit in your fucking mouth until they hit the tonsils. That thing in the back. Hit that thing in the back of your throat. That's how they spit on you. Spit in you, I should say. All right, so it says right here, verse 42. A voice of a multitude, being at ease, was with her. Sorry? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And with the men of the common sort were brought Sabians from the wilderness. They used to be robbers, these people. You can read about them in the book of John, chapter 1. Job chapter 1. Here you had the Sabians. They was robbing people. There was robbers in the wilderness. They was robbing people. Right, they was stealing. That's why people had hedges around their city, because of people like this. They was not the only one, by the way. And the Chaldeans were doing it too. So from the wilderness, which put bracelets upon their hands and beautiful crowns upon their heads, they gave them gifts because they wanted to make them do whoredom with them. Ezekiel chapter 16 also talks about this too. This one and this one. Then said I unto her that was old in adulteries, wilt thou now commit whoredom with her, and she with them? Yet they went in unto her, as they go in unto a woman that playeth the harlot. Basically for money. For lust's sake. When you see her, you'd be like, I want to fuck you. Here, take some money. I'm fucking. Basically, that's what it is. So when they into Ahola and unto Aholiba, because you can buy a nigga cheap. That's basically what they're saying. Look, I'm just saying what happened. You can buy a Negro cheap. You can buy them. Give them money. A lot of Jacob descendants go like this. Shit, man, my bloodline ain't that great. I'm not that talented like Michael Jordan as an athlete. I'm not that talented like Michael as a singer. I'm not that talented like whatever type of actor of Jacob. I'm not that talented like him. But you know what? Let me sell my soul. Then I'm make more noise than them, more sound than them. And then you be on the top Billboard record, whatever type of hell you desire to be in. You're gonna be there for a small season. That's why they sell. That's one of the reasons why they sell their souls, because they be like, man, damn, I'm not King David, man. The Most High don't love me like that, man. Damn, you know what? But I want the status like him too, man. Damn. Oh man. You know what? Fucking, I'm gonna sell my soul, man. I don't care. I just want that fame, man. I want the bitches. I want all that. And then they go do that for a small season. They sell their soul, and the heathen nations, they know. So they buy you. They give you like, here, take a record deal, and I'll give you $3 million. Just for a few songs. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, you make them 30 million, 20 million, stuff like that, and he puts that money on you, man, and he taxes you on that too. So not only you gonna give it back, you gonna give more than that, and plus the money that you bring in is his property now. Copyrighted, it's his. You know how many Motown Jacob descendants he did that to? Yeah. You know how many people he did? He did that even to his own people, Beatles. That's why Michael was able to buy it, but that's loose from the point. The point is that Esau had it. Well, the rest of Esau, he had it. And don't tell me that those guys are Jacob descendants too, because they consider. You know what? If you need to know, you need to watch the thing. They sold their soul for rock and roll. When you watch these documentaries, there's 4 of them, and they're 3 hours long. But I have the 6-hour one. I can put the link in the description box for you if you want to. It's on Rumble. You can see it on Rumble. It's on YouTube too, but you have to find it real hard, and it's cut in parts. I don't want that. It's like every documentary is an hour, so I got like 4, or maybe I got 4, and then what is it? 396, something like that, man. Maybe it's 3 hour per thing. I don't know anymore, but I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And it's on Rumble. You could just check it out there, or you can buy it if you want to. But it's on YouTube, so you can just watch it. But my point is, for example, a Jacob descendant I'm gonna talk about right now. I know he's a Jacob descendant, but he did not have talent. Robert Johnson, he didn't have talent. Other Jacob descendants that was around him was talking about it like this man, when he came around, it's like a cat screaming. We wanted to throw rocks at this dude, man. Like, get out of here with that damn music. Then he went to the crossroad for like 6 months, and after 6 months, basically he came back, and then he was playing music, and people was looking like, what? I know this guy. He is nothing. We used to want to chase you out of the spot. He always came in and said, listen to my music. I got, hey, get out of here, man. Hey, get out of here. I've seen interviews of people that were still alive at that time, of course, that said those things about him. There was friends and people like that and stuff, people around him and friends of his too. They said he couldn't play. And then he went and sold his soul, came back and could play. And then when he died fucked up. He died crawling like a dog and some crazy shit. He died fucked up. So my point of telling you all that is to show you that in this same documentary, you have Edomites. And they are explaining to you that is not me. That music that you hear, I cannot repeat that. They was doing devil shit, man. They was doing Ouija board things, and then things jumped on them, and then they all of a sudden they could sing very beautiful, or play piano very, very beautiful, or play drum, guitar, all that. That was very beautiful. And the guy said, I can't do that no more, and not just one. So that's why I advise you to watch this thing if you want to, if you feel like it. But just to let you know that this is my ultimate point. Not every caucus person that can play music or sounds beautiful with music and stuff like that is a Jacob descendant. Because some of these motherfuckers, they buy spirits. You don't know because you're most likely from a city, so you're a city slicker. But if you are from the land, like South America, or if you are from West Africa and stuff like that, and you know these little devil tricks and stuff like that, selling your soul or buying spirits to jump upon you and possess you from time to time when you're doing your job or your thing, then you would understand like, oh, that's what you're doing. You're buying spirits and putting it on you. So the spirit comes when he's on stage. And many of these people also will say, when I'm on stage, I just turn into a different man. What? Yeah. A normal person would be like, what is he talking about? But people from South America, West Africa, they'd be like, yeah, no, using devil motherfuckers. And David Blaine, oh sorry, he didn't, not Africa, sorry, Jamaica. Haiti. He went to Haiti, and then the people was like, hey, this is voodoo devil shit, man. Then the guy walked away, but he was very afraid because he thought like they were gonna try and kill him. Here it is. Look, in America, he boasts about this being magic and all that there, it's real. Magic is real. But when you are in the midst of people that know that it's devil shit, then he turns. Look at him, what he says.
It's not, no, look. It's not black magic.
Motherfucker. Now all of a sudden it's not black magic.
Here, look, one thing.
What? He did a trick, and then the guy saw it, and he was like, yo, get the fuck away from me with that thing. Because he knows. He knows these things. He knows. He's seen these things being, they know. West Africa people know too, but don't think all of them know. People that are in that area and know about it and stuff, have seen it with their own eyes. I seen shit. So I know exactly, like, okay, cool. I know what he's doing. You have also people that are born with spirits. They don't buy them. They have it on them. X16, and they're born with it. So, but still you don't go to them. But they are able to do things. I've seen it. So it says right here, and it's not no here, he she, she, she. I've seen it myself with my own eyes. I don't want to boast about it, but it's the truth. So anyway, Esau makes a lot of cartoons about it, So the leprechaun shit, that's one of them. Leprechaun thing. That's not a fake thing. Let me go on. You might say like, hey, these guys, he's delusional. He believe in leprechauns, that. Okay, whatever. Like I said, you will see this liquor. But anyway, so here it shows you that the book of Acts chapter 16 verse 16. And it came to pass as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with the spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying. You have certain people that are born with it. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you still need to go. That doesn't mean that you can go to them because they don't have bought spirits on them. No, she can do definition things and stuff like that. Anyway, you can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. Going back to over here.
It's not. No. Look, it's not black magic. It's not. But it's not bad. Oh yes, no, it's okay. It is good.
It is not good.
No, it is.
Yeah, for you, not for me. Why? Because he knows.
Good for you, because it's fun.
It's good for you.
Look, wait, look. I'm an entertainer.
They're running away. Now he's explaining himself that he's an entertainer.
Entertain. Not black magic though. I just entertain.
It's basically saying like, look, I'm not raping these little kids. It's just having casual sex. I mean, everybody does it, right? It's not bad, Right.
You see one? You have one in your mind? Yeah. Okay.
Anyway. Whatever. So going back to over here. So it says right here. Yeah, you can buy a Jake cheap, man. Not everyone. So as you just saw in the video, he was not having that. Not having that. And there's people that are more violent than that. Because in certain places they will set you on fire. They will set you on fire. No, that's mythology, whatever, dude. They're taking the myths and then they put it in the cartoons, right? Why you think Snow White has a witch in it? You think it's fake? Right. Cool cat. You did have what they call nowadays witch hunts. That's the truth. But you also had liars. They would accuse you of being a witch and then they would set you on fire. That's wrong. So you shouldn't just do that. But if you read the book of Suzanne, you will see what they did. They wanted to kill her with false accusations. So they say adulterer, and that's a sentence unto death. Or witch. If they call you a witch in certain eras in time of the scriptures, they call you a witch. Yeah, 2 or 3 witnesses, you're a dead man or a dead woman. Of they say you doing witchcraft and shit like that. That's why I'm taking it serious. If somebody said that to me, I'm looking at you like, okay, cool cat. If this was the old days, I would be in trouble. Heavenly Father willing. But anyway, let me leave that. Now going back to over here. Africa said witches on fire. I can't get a video nowadays actually.